Stoicism as a compass for detecting malice. In the tapestry of human existence, we are all flawed, imperfect beings, each navigating our own path through the complexities of life. We stumble, we make mistakes, and we sometimes fall short of the ideals we hold dear. However, a crucial distinction lies between those who strive to be better despite their imperfections and those who intentionally inflict harm upon others, reveling in their suffering. It is a somber truth that some individuals exist who seem driven by a relentless desire to witness the downfall of those around them, consistently engaging in behaviors that undermine, manipulate, and ultimately destroy. These individuals, often driven by past traumas or deeply rooted personality disorders, present a significant challenge to our well-being and our ability to cultivate meaningful relationships. Therefore, learning to identify these individuals and developing strategies to protect ourselves from their malicious intent becomes paramount. This is not about building walls of isolation, but about fostering a deeper understanding of the world, empowering us to navigate its complexities with wisdom and resilience. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on self-control, reason, and virtue, offers a powerful framework for recognizing and responding to malicious behavior. It provides a lens through which we can examine the motivations and actions of others, allowing us to discern genuine connection from manipulative tactics. Through the application of Stoic principles, we can cultivate inner strength, emotional resilience, and a profound sense of self-awareness, enabling us to navigate the shadows of human interaction with clarity and purpose. This essay will delve into 5 key warning signs that can help you identify individuals with malicious intent, viewed through the transformative lens of Stoic philosophy. We will explore each sign in detail, illustrating its manifestations in everyday life and offering practical strategies for responding with wisdom and strength. By understanding these signs and embracing the principles of Stoicism, we can empower ourselves to build more harmonious relationships, protect our well-being, and ultimately cultivate a more meaningful and fulfilling life. 5 warning signs of malicious intent through a Stoic lens. The quest for power and control, a seemingly inherent aspect of human nature, often manifests as a desire to dominate and dictate the actions of others. We see it in subtle power dynamics within families, in the hierarchical structures of corporations, and in the grand sweep of political maneuvering. The allure of being in charge, of shaping the world according to one's own will, can be a powerful driving force. However, Stoic philosophy offers a profoundly different perspective on the nature of control, shifting the focus from external dominance to internal mastery. True control, according to Stoics, does not lie in imposing one's will on others, but in mastering oneself, one's emotions, reactions, and perceptions. It is the ability to remain grounded in reason, even amidst the chaos of external events, that constitutes true strength. Control, in its deepest essence, becomes not an act of power, but an expression of inner fortitude. Stoic thinkers like Epictetus emphasized that the only things we truly control are our thoughts, judgments, and intentions. External events, the actions of others, even our own physical circumstances, are ultimately beyond our direct control. Trying to control these external factors leads only to frustration, anxiety, and ultimately, a loss of inner peace. In the realm of relationships, the desire for control often masquerades as care or love. An individual might believe they are acting in the best interest of their partner or friend when they attempt to guide, protect, or even restrict their actions. This, however, is a fundamental misunderstanding of love and freedom. Stoicism asserts that each individual is ultimately responsible for their own choices and their own path in life. True love involves respecting the autonomy and freedom of the other person, allowing them to grow and evolve according to their own unique potential. Controlling behavior can manifest in a multitude of forms, ranging from subtle manipulation to overt coercion. Unjustified jealousy, excessive demands for attention, unfair restrictions on personal freedom, and constant criticism are all hallmarks of a controlling personality. These behaviors not only reflect the insecurity and fear of the controller but also reveal a deep-seated selfishness and a lack of profound understanding of the true meaning of love and freedom. The consequences of controlling behavior are invariably negative. It breeds resentment, erodes trust, and ultimately destroys the very connection it seeks to preserve. An invisible wall of tension and suspicion rises between individuals, stifling open communication and genuine intimacy. The impact extends beyond the emotional realm, affecting self-esteem and personal development on both sides. The controlled individual may begin to doubt their own judgment, feel trapped and suffocated, and ultimately lose sight of their own identity. The controller, in turn, becomes increasingly isolated, driven by a relentless need to maintain power and fueled by a fear of losing control. To counter controlling behavior, Stoic philosophy offers a powerful antidote: understanding and acceptance. Accept that each person has the right to their own freedom and self-mastery. Focus on controlling your own emotions and actions, striving for a life that is characterized by reason, virtue, and inner peace. Resist the urge to impose your will on others, and instead, cultivate empathy and understanding. Recognize that true connection is built on trust, respect, and the mutual acceptance of individual autonomy. Consider the hypothetical yet relatable scenario of Jack and Julia. Their relationship began with genuine affection, mutual respect, and a foundation of trust. However, as time progressed, Jack began to grapple with an underlying fear, the fear of losing Julia. Driven by this anxiety, he started to subtly, and then not so subtly, attempt to protect her from perceived dangers and risks. He began to voice concerns about some of Julia's friends, suggesting they had a negative influence on her. He expressed dissatisfaction with her clothing choices, arguing that he only wanted her to be respected. These actions, initially framed as expressions of love and concern, were in reality manifestations of Jack's deep-seated fear and his burgeoning desire to control Julia's life. Julia, initially, attempted to understand Jack's anxieties and even adapted her behavior to appease him. She distanced herself from some of her friends, altered her clothing style, and tried to reassure him of her unwavering commitment. However, Jack's controlling tendencies only intensified. His suspicion grew, his criticisms became more frequent, and his demands became more unreasonable. Julia began to feel increasingly suffocated, as if she were slowly losing her sense of self and her personal freedom. This led to heated arguments, filled with resentment and frustration. Julia felt trampled upon, her autonomy disregarded, while Jack, consumed by his fear, desperately tried to cling to what he perceived as slipping away. Over time, the relationship became a battlefield of conflicting needs and desires, fraught with tension and pressure. Jack's controlling behavior, fueled by his personal insecurities, became the primary source of suffering for both Julia and himself. Julia, no longer feeling like the master of her own life, ultimately decided that she needed to reclaim her freedom and self-respect. She realized that she could not build a healthy relationship on a foundation of control and suspicion. The relationship, once filled with love and hope, transformed into a painful lesson on the importance of trust, personal freedom, and the dangers of unchecked control. As Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wisely observed, "Can you no longer see a road to freedom? It's right in front of you. You need only turn over your wrists." This powerful statement underscores the fundamental Stoic principle that we always have the power to choose our response to life's challenges. We can choose to accept the chains of control, or we can choose to break free and embrace our own autonomy. Are you, perhaps, attempting to control the uncontrollable in your own life? Are you clinging to the illusion of control, only to find yourself increasingly anxious and frustrated? Or are you embracing the Stoic path of acceptance, focusing on what you can control, your own thoughts, emotions, and actions, and respecting the freedom of others to chart their own course? Stoic philosophy is not merely a set of abstract principles, it is a practical guide for living a more meaningful and fulfilling life. It is a reminder of our inner strength, our capacity for reason, and our ability to overcome challenges with grace and resilience. And now, let's continue our exploration of Stoicism and delve deeper into applying these lessons to develop tranquility, inner strength, and ultimately, become the best version of ourselves. Continuing our journey through the labyrinth of human interaction, we inevitably encounter individuals who possess an almost magnetic charm. They effortlessly captivate us with their allure, drawing us into their orbit with seemingly genuine warmth and attentiveness. This initial attraction is not merely superficial, it taps into a deep-seated human instinct, the desire to connect, to be accepted, and to be loved. We are naturally drawn to those who make us feel good about ourselves, who offer validation and support. However, Stoic philosophy urges us to approach such encounters with caution and discernment, to look beyond the glittering facade and to examine the true motivations that lie beneath. The mask of charm can be a powerful tool of manipulation, used by individuals to gain our trust, exploit our vulnerabilities, and ultimately control our actions. These individuals often present themselves as caring, attentive, and always willing to help. They shower us with compliments, offer unsolicited advice, and go out of their way to assist us in our endeavors. However, behind these seemingly altruistic acts may lie selfish motives and even malicious intent. Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of careful observation and critical analysis, not only of the external world but also of our own internal reactions. When faced with someone who exudes an overwhelming charm, Stoicism encourages us to question their true motives. Do they genuinely care about our well-being, or is their charm merely a calculated tactic to achieve their own ends? Are their actions consistent with their words, or are there subtle inconsistencies that betray their true intentions? The key lies in discerning the difference between genuine allure and deceitful charm. Genuine allure stems from a place of authentic kindness, empathy, and a genuine desire to connect with others on a deeper level. The actions of a truly kind person will be motivated by altruism and a desire to contribute to the well-being of others. They will not seek to exploit their kindness or to use their charm as a means of personal gain. Deceitful charm, on the other hand, is a calculated tactic, a tool used to manipulate and control. Individuals who employ deceitful charm are primarily concerned with their own personal gain, and they will readily exploit the vulnerabilities of others to achieve their objectives. They may feign interest in our lives, offer false promises, and engage in flattery to win our trust and lower our defenses. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of trusting our instincts and recognizing warning signs. Sometimes, during interactions with a charming individual, the mask will begin to slip, revealing glimpses of their true intentions. These moments of inconsistency, subtle shifts in behavior, and revealing comments can provide valuable insights into their character. It requires us to remain vigilant, to resist the temptation to be swept away by flashy promises or glittering appearances, and to rely on our own judgment and intuition. Consider the hypothetical case of Mark, a successful businessman known for his attractive appearance, polished demeanor, and unwavering politeness. He possesses a sunny smile, a repertoire of engaging stories, and an uncanny ability to make everyone feel comfortable in his presence. He never hesitates to share his experiences or offer assistance to his colleagues, creating an impression of genuine generosity and helpfulness. However, behind this perfect facade lies a secret agenda, gradually unveiled as time passes. Some of Mark's co-workers begin to notice a recurring pattern of behavior. Mark's assistance often comes with implicit expectations, a subtle sense of obligation. He might offer to help a colleague complete a difficult project, only to later hint that they owe him a favor. He might volunteer to lead a new work group, only to then use the group's success as a stepping stone for his own career advancement. These events, initially perceived as spontaneous acts of kindness, are in reality carefully calculated steps towards building a virtual network of indebtedness, a web of obligations that Mark can leverage to advance his own interests. As these patterns emerge, those around Mark begin to feel increasingly uncomfortable. They realize that his charming exterior may be nothing more than a mask, concealing his true purpose, not to help, but to control and profit from his social relationships. His charm becomes a tool, not a genuine expression of kindness, and his seemingly altruistic acts are revealed as self-serving manipulations. Charm, whether genuine or deceitful, is an inevitable part of human interaction. However, through the lens of Stoic philosophy, we learn to cultivate awareness, discernment, and autonomy. This not only helps us protect ourselves from negative influences but also encourages personal development and a deeper understanding of those around us. It empowers us to see through the mask of charm, to recognize the true intentions of others, and to make informed decisions about who we allow into our lives. Now, consider your own experiences. Have you ever encountered someone who used their charm to achieve personal goals? How can we develop the ability to distinguish between sincere charm and deceit, especially in today's fast-paced and often superficial work environments? Share your thoughts and opinions. Your perspective is invaluable in this ongoing exploration of human behavior and the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. In the complex tapestry of human relationships, we inevitably encounter individuals who seem to carry a profound darkness within them, individuals whose behavior and thoughts seem utterly alien to the concepts of kindness, empathy, and compassion. Their actions are often characterized by a callous disregard for the feelings and needs of others, a willingness to inflict pain and suffering, and a pervasive sense of self-centeredness. Recognizing and safeguarding ourselves from these negative influences is not only an art but also a necessary act of self-preservation. But how can we accurately identify these individuals? How can we learn to perceive and confront this reality calmly and steadfastly, without succumbing to fear or resentment? The absence of empathy is a crucial warning sign, a red flag that signals the presence of a potentially malicious individual. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is the cornerstone of human connection. It is the foundation upon which we build trust, cooperation, and genuine relationships. Without empathy, individuals are unable to truly connect with others, to appreciate their perspectives, or to respond to their needs with compassion. They see others as mere objects, as tools to be used or obstacles to be overcome in the pursuit of their own selfish goals. The lack of empathy can manifest in a variety of ways, ranging from subtle indifference to overt cruelty. An individual lacking empathy might dismiss the feelings of others, trivialize their problems, or even mock their vulnerabilities. They might be quick to criticize and slow to offer support. They might exhibit a complete lack of remorse for their actions, even when those actions have caused significant harm to others. In extreme cases, the absence of empathy can lead to acts of violence, exploitation, and other forms of egregious abuse. It is crucial to remember that the lack of empathy is not always a conscious choice. Some individuals may have underlying psychological conditions that impair their ability to experience empathy. However, regardless of the cause, the consequences of interacting with someone who lacks empathy can be profoundly damaging. It can lead to emotional distress, feelings of isolation, and a loss of trust in humanity. Consider an example in a workplace setting, where a cold and unsympathetic CEO fails to show empathy towards an employee facing personal difficulties. The employee has informed the CEO that he is caring for a seriously ill family member, a situation that requires significant time, energy, and emotional support. Yet, the CEO, driven by a relentless focus on productivity and profit, still demands overtime and denies any leave, citing that work always comes first. This action not only demonstrates a profound lack of empathy and understanding but also reflects a fundamental disregard for the value of human beings and human relationships. Instead of prioritizing the employee's well-being and health, the CEO only cares about the short-term benefits of the job, overlooking the employee's basic needs and humanity. This callousness not only affects the employee's morale but also leads to a loss of trust and a breakdown in the employer-employee relationship. It creates a toxic work environment where employees feel devalued and exploited, undermining productivity and innovation. Indeed, maintaining a balance between reason and emotion becomes more crucial than ever in navigating such situations. Stoic philosophy provides us with invaluable tools to confront these challenges effectively and meaningfully. One of the most significant challenges we often encounter in our social relationships and professions is dealing with individuals lacking empathy. This not only tests our patience and resilience but also questions how we react and uphold our moral values and integrity in difficult situations. The manifestations of lacking compassion can be easily identified through actions and words, but its real impact is much deeper and long-lasting. It not only causes pain and stress to those directly affected but also creates a toxic environment where trust and cooperation are diminished, leading to decreased productivity and creativity. This demonstrates that while one may try to accept or overlook the lack of empathy, its impact persists insidiously and destructively in any situation. The most important thing we can control is our reaction. When faced with a lack of empathy, try to assess the situation objectively and avoid getting caught up in negative emotions. Practice empathy and understanding towards yourself and others. Recognize that each of us is fighting our own battles, and compassion is the key to overcoming division and suffering. As Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wisely said, "It is not what you endure that matters, but how you endure it." This profound statement emphasizes that in every situation, even when faced with adversity, we have the power and ability to choose how we react. This not only helps us overcome difficulties but also allows us to become a source of inspiration and strength for those around us. In life, we cannot avoid encountering people lacking compassion. However, by applying the principles of Stoicism, we can learn to perceive and deal with these situations consciously, patiently, and compassionately. This not only helps us protect and nurture our moral integrity but also contributes to creating a better world where compassion and mutual understanding are valued and fostered. So, when dealing with people lacking compassion, ask yourself, how can we actively practice compassion, not only towards others but also towards ourselves? In what circumstances do we find it most challenging to maintain compassion, and what strategies can help us overcome these challenges? These are important questions to consider as we strive to live a more virtuous and fulfilling life, guided by the principles of Stoic philosophy. And now, as we continue our exploration of malicious intent and Stoic wisdom, let's turn our attention to another crucial warning sign: the web of lies. The pervasive nature of deception in human interaction presents a significant challenge to building trust and maintaining healthy relationships. When confronted with individuals who readily resort to lies and manipulation, our sense of security and our ability to discern truth from falsehood are profoundly undermined. The web of lies becomes a formidable obstacle, obscuring reality and trapping us in a world of uncertainty and suspicion. Individuals with malicious intent often wield lies as a weapon, using them to conceal their true motives, manipulate others, and achieve their own selfish goals. They are not deterred by the harm they inflict upon others, viewing lies as a necessary tool for achieving their desired outcomes. Their lies become sharp instruments, carefully crafted to deceive, control, and ultimately, exploit those around them. Pathological lying, a more extreme form of deception, is characterized by an uncontrollable and often unnecessary repetition of lies. These lies may serve a variety of hidden agendas, typically related to power, control, or evading responsibility. Pathological liars often weave elaborate narratives, embellishing details and distorting reality to create a false impression of themselves or their circumstances. Signs of this behavior include constantly changing narratives, inconsistencies in storytelling, and exaggerated reactions when challenged on the truth. They may become defensive, aggressive, or even gaslight their accusers, attempting to convince them that they are misremembering events or imagining things. The impact of lying in the workplace can be particularly severe. It not only undermines a positive work environment, fostering toxicity and distrust, but also erodes trust among colleagues, impacting productivity and team morale. When lies become commonplace, employees lose faith in their leaders, their colleagues, and the organization as a whole. This can lead to a decline in motivation, innovation, and overall performance. Dealing with pathological liars requires a calm, sober, and strategic approach, guided by the principles of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism advises us to avoid letting our personal emotions cloud our awareness and response to their lies. It encourages us to maintain objectivity, to gather evidence, and to present our case with clarity and reason, without succumbing to anger or resentment. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of maintaining autonomy and not allowing the lies of others to sway our mood or decisions. We must remain grounded in our own values, our own sense of truth, and our own commitment to integrity. Consider the exemplary case of Anna, a dedicated accountant who begins noticing discrepancies in the reports of her colleague, Tom. Tom, a seemingly ambitious and charismatic employee, presents himself as a strong candidate for a new managerial position, freely boasting about non-existent accomplishments in his project reports. In every meeting, Tom adds enhanced details to his achievements, portraying himself as an outstanding employee who consistently exceeds expectations. Anna, despite feeling shocked and disappointed by Tom's dishonesty, decided not to let her emotions take control. She recognized that anger and resentment would only cloud her judgment and hinder her ability to address the situation effectively. Instead, she adopted a Stoic approach, focusing on gathering evidence and presenting her findings in a calm, objective manner. She began quietly taking notes and gathering evidence of the discrepancies in Tom's reports, as well as the inaccurate project descriptions she knew of firsthand. She meticulously documented each instance of dishonesty, creating a detailed record of Tom's fabrications. Once she had gathered sufficient evidence, Anna scheduled a private meeting with her manager and presented everything objectively, without revealing that she was hurt or angry. She simply presented the facts, allowing the evidence to speak for itself. After reviewing the information Anna provided, the manager decided to conduct a thorough investigation into all project reports and reassess the employee performance evaluation process. This comprehensive review not only exposed Tom's dishonesty but also highlighted weaknesses in the company's internal controls, prompting improvements that would prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. Through this process, not only Tom but the entire company learned a valuable lesson about the importance of honesty and transparency. Thanks to Anna's smart, wise, and Stoic approach, a potentially damaging situation was resolved in a fair and just manner, ultimately strengthening the integrity of the organization. In this journey against the web of lies, we have witnessed the power of Stoic philosophy and explored wise approaches to dealing with malicious individuals. Despite facing daunting challenges, let's not forget that we can always stand firm, maintain our integrity, and overcome any obstacles that come our way. As Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, wisely said, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Let courage and wisdom guide us on the path to success and peace. Let's contribute together to building a better world where honesty and respect are highly valued. Now, let's turn our attention to the final, and perhaps most insidious, warning sign of malicious intent: mastery of manipulation. In the intricate and often treacherous world of human interaction, the art of domination often lurks in the shadows, disguised by outward perfection and alluring charm. However, according to Stoic philosophy, the soul must always be prepared to face harsh realities, to recognize that evil can take many forms and that deception knows no bounds. Domination stems from a deep-seated desire for control, an insatiable thirst for power that leads individuals to devise intricate schemes and incessant deceit. Those who seek to dominate others often seek ways to manipulate them, like puppeteers controlling dolls to their will. They exploit vulnerabilities, prey on insecurities, and skillfully craft narratives that serve their own selfish purposes. To avoid falling victim to their manipulative tactics, one must expand intuition and sharpen the mind. There are subtle signs to be attentive to, gentle whispers of concern deep within the soul that can alert us to the presence of a manipulator. Deceivers may use flattery to win over their targets, showering them with compliments and praise to lower their defenses. They may cloak their true intentions beneath a facade of feigned empathy, pretending to understand and care about our concerns while secretly plotting our downfall. Beneath the surface lies a cold, calculated agenda, a psychological game of exploitation and betrayal. The consequences of falling into the trap of deception can upheave life, leaving deep scars on the psyche. Once the web of deceit crumbles, victims may feel ensnared in a tangled web of lies, losing autonomy and self-worth. The psychological impact of deception can shatter trust, destroy relationships, and leave individuals feeling vulnerable and disillusioned. In the face of deception, Stoic philosophy serves as a source of strength, providing us with the tools to resist traps and webs of deceit. By focusing on self-awareness and practicing mindfulness, one can fortify their spirit against the allure of deception. Stoic philosophers advise us to seek virtue and courage within, for it is only in the crucible of hardship that true patience is tested. In the journey of confronting deception, it is essential to pause and reflect on the vulnerabilities and hidden fears within us that deceivers seek to exploit. Consider your own experiences. How do we develop discernment and patience in the face of deceit? In a world shrouded in deceit, ethics serve as a guiding torch to self-rule and profound understanding. By embracing the teachings of Stoic philosophy, one can navigate through the turbulent waves of deception with rationality and courage. Remember the words of the classical philosopher Epictetus, who reminded us, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." Faced with deceit, choose wisely, nurture virtues that lead to true freedom and inner peace. And now, as we approach the conclusion of our exploration, let's reflect on the key takeaways and consider how we can integrate these principles into our daily lives. Embracing Stoic wisdom for a life of virtue and resilience. Throughout this exploration of malicious intent and Stoic philosophy, we have encountered a multitude of challenges and navigated the complexities of human interaction. We have examined 5 key warning signs that can help us identify individuals with malicious intent: the urge to control, the mask of charm, the absence of empathy, the web of lies, and mastery of manipulation. We have also explored the profound wisdom of Stoic philosophy, which provides us with the tools to navigate these challenges with reason, virtue, and resilience. Stoicism is not merely a passive acceptance of fate, it is an active pursuit of virtue, a commitment to living in accordance with reason and nature. It is about cultivating inner strength, emotional resilience, and a profound sense of self-awareness, empowering us to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. By embracing the principles of Stoicism, we can learn to control our emotions and reactions, focusing on what we can influence and accepting what we cannot, cultivate empathy and compassion, recognizing the shared humanity that binds us together, resist the allure of manipulation and deception, maintaining our integrity and autonomy, build meaningful relationships based on trust, respect, and mutual understanding, and live a life of virtue, guided by reason and a commitment to the common good. The journey of self-discovery is a lifelong endeavor, and Stoic philosophy provides us with a compass and a map to guide us along the way. It is a reminder that true happiness lies not in external circumstances but in the cultivation of inner virtue. It is about becoming the best version of ourselves, living a life that is characterized by reason, integrity, and a deep sense of purpose. As we conclude this exploration, let us remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, who wisely observed, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism, and embark on a journey of self-discovery, virtue, and resilience. Let's continue to learn and grow and spread awareness to those who might need the information. Thank you for listening.